Today we're having a look at the Vanpowers Grand Teton electric bike. This thing has a ton of cool features and it's my new favorite toy. Let's have a closer look. One of the first things that I noticed about the Grand Teton Ultra was how well it was packaged. Not one scratch when I opened this box. I mean, look at the padding, look at how everything is properly laid out and covered with foam or cardboard. The whole bike weighs about 70 pounds. It was a little bit tricky to get it out of the box, but I managed to do everything by myself, which is cool. I started off by attaching the handlebars. I mean, the overall setup time of this bike was about half an hour. For me, getting the front tire on was the trickiest part, only because the axle is going in one direction only. So once I figured that out, the rest was really easy. The pedals just tighten right on, and look at that paint job. This is the Coke Black and Red. The bike will come with the battery already installed in the frame, and with two sets of keys. You just turn the key in the lock and it will release the battery. The battery's capacity is 692.3 watt hours, and it also has a power meter on the front. And of course we get a charger, which is rated at 3 amps. You can either plug it in directly into the bike or remove and charge the battery that way. And to my surprise, they also included touch-up paint. That's awesome. And once everything is set up, I use the controls on the left to power on the bike. We can also select the different power modes, turn on the headlight and brake light, and access other menu functions. This little display gives us so much information, such as calories burned, gives us our odometer, current trip meter, and we can change a bunch of settings within the menu, such as the screen brightness, the headlight auto dimmer, and you can change from class 1 to class 3 in the settings as well. We're just going to start off with some simple asphalt riding. Obviously, this bike is going to perform very well and it's going to operate very smoothly. When we get to off-road is when things get very interesting. But I'm able to hit about 28 miles an hour by unlocking the class 3 setting, which again boosts your speed up to 28 miles per hour. When the motor kicks in, it's so smooth and quiet. It just makes riding this bike so much easier and more fun. I mean, I don't feel any jerkiness when it kicks in, and whenever I switch gears, it's nice and smooth. So here's the cockpit of the Grand Teton. Nice handlebar, all metal obviously, with really nice rubberized grips. Obviously you want to be wearing gloves, but it's really hot out, so I decided not to. We have two hydraulic brakes that are very responsive, as you can see right here. We have a bell, 9-speed Shimano shifter with the Q's derailleur. We have controls right here, and these controls do a lot for us, including turning on the headlight, the rear tail light. We can look at the information on the display here, such as speed, average power, what mode you're on, and we have a droppable seat post lever right here on the left, and this will easily take off with just a little bit of pressure on the pedals. And I'm 6 feet tall. I fit very comfortably on this bike, but even if you're about 6'4", 6'5", you can ride really comfortably. I've actually had my friend who's only 5 feet tall ride this bike, and she loved it. She said it was very comfortable. So yeah, really loving what this bike offers, and surprisingly it's very quiet. You don't really notice the humming coming from the motor, and when it kicks in to help assist with pedaling, it just feels very organic. As my first electric mountain bike, I have to say this thing is opening up a whole new level of a bike for me. And it's just such a comfortable yet powerful ride. I usually ride electric unicycles and those things have 5-6 kilowatts of power. This motor only tops out at about 750 watts, but it provides 130 Newton meters of torque, allowing me to climb up the steepest hills while not even using the lowest gear. I'm actually using gear 4 here, and I'm still climbing up this hill pretty easily. So one of my favorite features about this bike definitely has to be this telescopic seat post. You just press down this lever and you can adjust it while you're riding and bring it down while you're riding, and it just makes it so much more comfortable. I'm about 6 feet tall and I have plenty of clearance for my legs, so it doesn't feel like I'm riding like a little tiny bike. So great for up to people who are about 6'4", 6'5", very comfortable. When it comes down to overall range, Vanpowers rates this at 65 miles. I actually got close to that, riding only 10 miles an hour on the Venice Beach bike path for about 32 miles, and I came back at about 65% battery. So I wasn't going too fast nor too steep, but if you're just cruising, expect that type of mileage. This bike also features dual hydraulic Tektro brakes. Also, we got 203mm rotors for really nice stopping power. It stops on a dime, which is very important if you're mountain biking. And the 26x4 fat tires make the ride so much more comfortable. These are CST tires, and they're actually very well-known tires, so it's good to have a known brand on this bike. The fork also features adjustable suspension. You can actually completely lock it out, or you can have it use most of its travel. And to top it all off, we get an app that works really well with the bike. The bike comes equipped with a built-in GPS and microcomputer, so you can change all the settings and track exactly what your bike is doing. So if you're interested in the Vanpowers e-bike, I'm definitely picking this up as a new hobby. I'm going to start cycling a lot more. Make sure you check out the link down below. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.